Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon on Long Island in southwest Suffolk County, serving the entire New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, tri-state area and beyond. Before you know it, it's going to be snow and ice, and you're going to need snow and ice removal products, and they are Long Island's largest provider of rock salt, and they are getting ready for winter. So should you. 631-756-1125. The best prices you can find anywhere in these inflationary times that we live in. OmniTrueValue.com is the website. Just a quick note right at the top. Tonight's Joe and Joe Weather Show will be at 8:30 Eastern Time. 8:30 Eastern Time. So mark that down, and I'll remind you again later. Meanwhile, we have some improvement in some areas, less so in others. If you look at the satellite loop, it's actually partially cleared out in southern New Jersey, down into the Delmarva Peninsula, into Maryland, and parts of southeastern Pennsylvania. However, there are some areas where the overcast is a bit more stubborn, particularly in northeastern Pennsylvania, where we are seeing, as of 2 p.m. Eastern Time, some activity still going on the radar. There's actually a little cluster of showers there in northeast PA around I-81, where it intersects with Route 80. And those showers are kind of inching their way southeastward. A couple of other scattered light showers in parts of the Hudson Valley. We're seeing some scattered leftover showers in southeastern New England and southeastern Massachusetts, and also in central Mass and on up into southern New Hampshire and into southwestern parts of Maine. The rest of the east is quiet, all the way down to Florida. Some Gulf of Mexico moisture with some showers and downpours is broken out along the coastal bend of Texas into southwest Louisiana. And we've got rain and snow coming into the Pacific Northwest from northern California on northward into Washington State. There are some areas that are out of the rain and snow, but nonetheless, a series of weather systems continues to come in to the western part of the United States, because that's where the deep trough is. And as far as precipitation goes here in the east, I'm going to show you WPC's rainfall forecast for the next 7 days, starting with day one, which is tonight into Wednesday night. And you'll notice everybody east of the Rockies, next to nothing in terms of precip. Let's go to Wednesday night into Thursday night. Nothing. Thursday night into Friday night. Nothing in the east. Precip up the southern plains to the upper Mississippi Valley and the western lakes. Day 4, which is Friday night to Saturday night. Still nothing in the eastern part of the U.S. While we have rain continuing, liquid precip amounts, large area of 1.5 inches forecast for the middle and lower Mississippi Valley down to the western Gulf states. Day 5, which is Saturday night into Sunday night. Still nothing. Bone dry. Day 6, bone dry. That's Sunday night into Monday night. And then finally on Tuesday, a little bit of light precip being indicated for southern New England down to Virginia. And we're talking very light here, generally under 1/10 of an inch or less. So obviously this is a very dry and a very, very warm weather pattern that we are in. And not much is going to change with regards to the forecast, I think, until this ridge gets out of the way in the eastern part of the United States. So eventually all these, whatever showers are still on the radar, should finally disappear. Skies will clear out tonight. We'll have sunshine tomorrow and for Thursday and into Friday. The high moves out east of Cape Cod. Temperatures going to probably be in the 40s to low 50s at night. Daytime with sunshine will take it up to, let's say, 65 to 70 degrees Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Then on the weekend, we're going to see the winds go more south and southwest, and that's going to allow temperatures to warm up. And I think we could see temperatures climbing up to 70 to 75 on Saturday and Sunday with a southwest wind, assuming we have a fair amount of sunshine, even though we do have a weak weather system trying to approach. It just basically falls apart. We have enough sunshine. We could see highs reach up to the middle 70s, maybe even pushing a couple of upper 70s in a few places. That system's just going to weaken. We should still be dry on Monday. Notice the big low that's forming east of the Bahamas. That's a very broad low. May or may not eventually become tropical. We'll have to see. But at the same time, you see also a big high early next week starting to come down into the eastern part of the United States and building in. And that's going to finally bring cooler air for Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. That high really settles in, and we're going to watch this low off the southeast coast and off the Florida coast to see what it does for the middle part of next week. And by the way, once we're done with this warm weather pattern, the overall pattern is going to start to turn colder, particularly as we move past the 10th of November. Another colder high comes down as we head toward the weekend of November 12th and 13th, and probably another colder high that'll follow after that. So a lot of things to watch, but all of them are more in the longer range than they are in the shorter range. Weather in 5 brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware, 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York. Telephone number 631-756-1125 for the best prices anywhere to make sure your home can stand up to adverse weather. OmniTrueValue.com is the website. In the tropics, we have Tropical Storm Lisa, and Lisa is right here, continuing to become better organized, and it'll probably strengthen to a minimal hurricane before it makes landfall in Belize sometime tomorrow. And we also have, for only the third time on record, another tropical storm. To have two tropical storms at the same time in the month of November is very rare. It's only happened 3 times. This is the third time, and that's Tropical Storm Martin. And that's from a low that we pointed out yesterday. Looked like it was trying to develop, and sure enough, it has acquired tropical characteristics. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about the long range. We're going to talk about the short range, and probably a few other things. All tonight on the Joe and Joe Weather Show. And remember, tonight's show will be at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll see you then, and enjoy the rest of your afternoon.